This past week on our social media, we put out that we had some exciting news. And baptism, yes, exciting news, but that's not it. There's more. Back in July of 2024, if you were around, myself and all of the elders sat up here on stage and announced that God was really burdening us and leading us to begin to plan and prepare to launch a second campus of Crossroads in another town. Still connected, still a part of us, just another location where we could carry this vision of connecting people to Jesus and loving our community to different parts of Northeast Missouri. And we shared then that we felt that God was leading us to Brookfield, Missouri. And over the past 6 months or so, you have prayed, we have prayed. We have prayed that God would direct us in the right ways. We prayed that he would open doors and close doors, and that we would know his direction and his leading. And over the last several months, God really has opened doors, but not just cracked them open, like swung them wide open. And so this morning, on behalf of the elders and leaders here at Crossroads, I am excited to come with an announcement of progress as we continue to pray that God would lead us in what a second campus looks like here. And the big part of the announcement is that God has provided us a building. Yeah, absolutely. It is not just a building, it is a lot of building. God has provided us a building right at the intersection of highway, right at the crossroads of Highway 36 and Highway 11. Right now, it is the home of Locust Creek Event Center as well as Dollar Tree and China Garden. Listen, if you'd have told me graduating Bible college someday you might be a partial owner of a Chinese restaurant, okay. But here God is showing up. But here's what this building looks like. Right now, the total space is 33,000 square feet. Of that space, more than 12 of it is occupied by the Chinese restaurant and Dollar Tree. The rest of the 21,000 feet right now is the event center. Most of that is one large room. There are a couple of smaller classrooms, offices, and there's also some unfinished storage space around that. Obviously, that's a lot of space for what we need right out of the gate. But there is no kids ministry space, which is vital to what we do in investing in families. And so we will need to create a kids ministry area within that space. We'll also need to enclose a lobby space because our lobby atmosphere is extremely important to us as well. What's the question everybody wants to know? How much is it going to cost, right? Like, we're not giving away buildings these days. No one is. But the cost of this entire space, approximately 3 acres or so, plus all of this building, is $1.4 million. Now, for some of us, that seems like an extremely large number, and it is. Okay, but a little bit of understanding of what goes into this number. Okay, one, that price is just given to us to carry out this vision. Okay, the current owners of the facility, the Pringer family, believe in what we're doing here, and so they have given us and extended us that price and have stated clearly they wouldn't give it to anybody else. The building itself, as well as the land, would appraise for over $2 million, and they are willing to give us a much lower price and just count the rest as donation for them, which is a huge blessing within itself. On top of that, both of those businesses are paying a lease income. So their combined lease income is a little over $9,000 a month. We ran numbers on a 20-year mortgage for $1.4 million with current interest rates, and it is almost exactly the same, just a little bit higher. Which means not only has God provided us a building, God's provided us nearly a way to pay for the building. Of course, there is upkeep and there's different pieces. There's remodel costs that we will have to jump into, but this building is really exciting. Okay, how are we going to pay for it? We're going to take out a loan, to cover the cost of that building, which means that as a church, we will enter into debt. We will work hard, just like we did on this facility that we're in right now, to eliminate that debt as quick as possible. We eliminated it in 9 years on a 20-year note in the space that we're in right now based off your generosity. This time, with your generosity as well as the lease income, we'll work to pay down that debt as fast as possible. Well, when's this going to happen? Matt, let's go next week. Let's start it up. I love your enthusiasm, and I'm right there with you. But right now, it is an event center, and there are events booked out into the future. There are weddings already locked in. And so because we want to love our community and love that community, we want to allow the current reservations to take place, okay, under the current ownership. And so then we will take over ownership once those current events are done. We feel like that will be best both for us and for that community. They'll continue to use the space and rent the space up until the closing date, which right now looks like October of 2025. Some of us feel like, wow, that's really far away, and it is, but what this will allow us to do is this will allow us to, one, begin to search and find a minister to serve over in that area. It will also give us time to plan and prepare what those remodel costs look like more accurately. One of the things that our elders have done is to pray consistently that God would close doors. Over and over and over, sitting in meetings with these guys, they have prayed, God, if this is not right, please make it abundantly clear. Please close this door. And over and over and over again, we continue to have conversations, and it just seems like he just keeps opening them wider and wider and wider, saying, no, this is where I want you to go and what I want you to do. One of our elders said recently, I don't think I could have dreamt a better option for us to take this step of faith together as a church. So what are the next steps? Okay. Excited about this option, anticipating what it could be in the future. Well, one, because we want to work together as a church and stay unified in this process. And part of what it describes in our bylaws here at the church is that we need to affirm, which is another word for vote, on any property purchases. Okay, and so we are informing today. Okay, in the next couple days, there'll be information on our website. As you leave today, just like last time, we've put together a bunch of questions with answers, so that way everybody is on the same page together. We're announcing it, informing everyone today, and in 2 Sundays from now, during our services, we will pass out pieces of paper and say, yes, I'm on board. Yes, this is exciting what God's doing. No, I'm not. I don't support the decision because we want to work together. Okay, a church that's unified is a powerful thing. And so we want to work together on this process. That will happen on January 26th. After that, then we can enter into a purchase contract in order to buy the building. I know some of us have questions, and that's great. Okay, like I said, when you leave, you'll be handed one of these pieces of paper with a lot of the answers on them. Some of you will want to know more about some of the loan pieces, some of the building pieces. And so following service, hey, a couple of our elders, as well as myself, will be standing right in front of the You Belong Here wall, that giant wall that says You Belong Here. We'll be standing there to answer any questions that you might have. Please come and ask. As with the first announcement, okay, we want you to come and talk with us so that way we can walk through this together. We would much rather you come and visit with us, okay, than talk to everybody else that might not know, okay? Satan's going to work really hard to try to stop this. He's going to work really hard to try to divide us. And so we need to work really hard in not allowing him that place. So I am thrilled about this. I'm thrilled about what this can be. I'm thrilled about what God can do and will do in the future, not just here, but also in Brookfield.